Solo angel by my side.
I swear that I love her, she my ride or die. What is good, everybody? Welcome to my channel. My name is JustClark and I'm back with another tutorial. And I got a bald head ready. Oh, I forgot the mouth. Gosh darn it. Alright, so today tutorial I got for y'all is a hair tutorial. I feel like the hair is all, pretty complicated in a way, but we're just gonna get into simplifying it. I'm a little chiller today because the fam is home, so I don't want to be shouting because we're just gonna go with simple hairstyles today. We're gonna go short hair. Alright, we're gonna go the long hair. We're gonna go medium, up to shoulder length. And we're gonna go do the fan favorite, the ponytail. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. So I'm gonna just start off by breaking down the parts. So pretty much we have the bangs, we have the sides, right, and then we have the crown around. So bangs are around here, and then we have the crown here, pretty much the point where hair comes from. That's the source point. So now knowing those 4 parts, well, technically 3 but 4 because we got 2 sides. Alright, I'm just putting that as a base. Usually when I draw I don't put this. Alright, so we're gonna get started with the bangs. The bangs start around here. We have the flat cut. They're just like this. And I think starting off with just basic shapes like rectangles, triangles can help. Just get the volume that you'd like. So I have the bangs right there. This is the short hair, by the way. So just start off with simple shapes like this. Just, rectangles, squares. That's the first part. Pretty much just lay everything out. And also, like this side, right? This is this side that's more behind. You gotta think of hair as like, this is pretty commonly said in tutorials, but you gotta think of it as a piece of paper. And you gotta think of hair as a piece of paper. So like, it folds like that. So if you look at more advanced drawings of expert professional artist, which is not, but pretty much just gonna apply that right here. So this is pretty much like the front of the hair, and then we have the back right there. So you can see we have this kind of divider here, and it pretty much makes the hair look more three-dimensional compared to if I just did it like this. And when we get into shading or coloring it, which is gonna be the different video because there's a lot of stuff to talk about, to be honest. Yeah, definitely not trying to extend my backlog. I'm not, kind of, maybe. So right here, also, it's kind of like you just gotta think of it as like a helmet. A helmet is like this, right? It's kind of like how a helmet works. It's pretty much how hair works as well. Pretty much. But when we get into the long hair with the strands and stuff, it's gonna get a little more complicated, but doesn't matter. Okay. We'll have a little bit of sharp here, and then we'll add an extra bolt right here. And as you can see, I'm always starting from over here. Except for the bangs, but I mean, they can kind of connect like that. Now, we're gonna get into adding details to it. So, pretty much you just break down like, okay, this part, boom, right? Add another strand, break it down, boom. Think of it as groups. This is the first group. I'm gonna switch up the bangs and pretty much make it have this shape instead of like just a straight line. So boom, boom. So it's kind of curving, kind of like that. I mean, when you're sketching, it's just, you know, at that point you just want to get the ideas across, but also making sure that you actually understand what you're doing, because guessing can only get you so far. And it gives more of a 3D feel to the hair as well. 2D is still better than 3D, but to drawing, gotta make it feel real, you know? That's why waifus are powerful, so they feel so real, even though they're not. So yeah, what I'm doing here is I'm just breaking the shape down into more complex shapes. You just gotta think in shapes, man. You gotta think in shapes. Don't think about strands, think about shapes. Think about triangles, squares. Alright, boom. I can actually pretty much, like, let's say I wanna make it look cleaner. I can remove this couple lines. So there we go. Next, I'm gonna go for a medium one. It's pretty much the same, just alright, let's do a different shape. Boom. Next, we have long hair. And so for long hair, let's say it's kind of flowing over here. So when you draw hair, you'd want to draw curves, not zigzags. And also just knowing that, okay, there's a front and a back to it. My philosophy in learning is just take it one day at a time, man. Just take in the basics first, let it really digest it, and then move on to the advanced stuff. Because when you get into the advanced stuff, you tend to forget about the basics and you'll just end up falling back into it. So to draw this, you just gotta boom. Let me lower the opacity of the head. And then the front, and then it's gonna flatten out like that. So what I'm doing here is I'm just breaking it down again. Just break down, break down, break down, break down. It's really just about breaking, starting out with big shapes, then break those shapes down into mostly triangles and squares or rectangles. There's nothing really some complicated trick into drawing hair. I think it's once you know the basics, once you know how something works, you can manipulate it. Yeah, you just start out with big shapes. You see how many shapes I used here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Only 6 shapes, and then this is what I got. Start out with the major shapes. That's how you do basic hairstyles. I'm gonna get into more complicated hairstyles. Hope that helped, and follow me on Twitter so you can see my stuff there. And I'll see you guys in the next video.